Wake that ass up.
Early in the morning.
The Breakfast Club.
Morning, everybody. It's DJ NV, Jess Hilarious, Charlamagne the guy. We are the Breakfast Club. We got a special guest in the building. The champ is here.
Yes, indeed.
Claressa Shields. Welcome.
What's
How you
up,
feeling?
girl?
I feel good. I'm happy to be here.
How you feeling? You got to fight July 26th.
Yes.
Little Caesars Arena in Detroit against Lanny Daniels.
Yeah, always excited to fight a girl, man. Always excited. Defend some more world championships. She got 2 belts.
Okay.
She from New Zealand. She supposed to be tough, so I look forward to fighting her.
How do y'all pick the fights? Like who helps you decide who your next opponent gonna be?
We just go whoever the best is.
Okay.
And then if the best turns us down, we go to second best. And then if second best, we go third best. This fight, we went for Hannah Gabriels, the girl that dropped me in Detroit a couple years back. I wanted to rematch her, and she turned us down. So.
Damn,
Do a lot of people turn you down? Like, is it hard for you to find an opponent?
Yeah, well, you know, I'm champ at 5 different weight classes. So when I was at 154 and 160 and 168, now I'm at 175. And when I was at 154, these girls who are fighting at 154 now wouldn't fight me. You know, I literally had to go up. It was like, okay, I challenged the girls who was at 147, but they didn't want to fight. I initially went down because I wanted to fight against the 147 champion, Cecilia Brockett at the time. And she told me that I was too fat to get down to 54. So when I got to 54 and beat up all the girls at 54, I said, now it's your time. And she said, I'm not. She said she wasn't fighting me. So I was like, well, damn, that was a waste of time coming down to 154 because I barely made that weight.
It's clear. Are you scared to lose?
What you mean? Am I scared to lose a
Like,
fight?
yeah, if you lose a fight.
These girls can't beat me. What I got to be scared of? These girls can't beat me, Charlamagne. Come on now.
Absolutely.
Come on now.
I mean, I
No.
know, but I just know a lot of fighters be wanting that perfect record, and if they do lose, they don't bounce back the same sometimes.
Well, I don't know about them, but I know me. I think I train too hard and that I'm too gifted, and I'm just mean in there. I mean, you know what it is.
Absolutely,
Like
absolutely.
I'm just real mean. I'm real dominant. I'm very confident, and I know that I'm very hard to beat. And if a girl can beat me, I will get on my knees and kiss her feet and tell her good job. That's how I know it's not gonna happen.
So do you study the people that you fight, like Lanny Daniels? Have you like gone down a rabbit hole of her highlights and stuff like that?
It doesn't take me long to watch the highlights. I watch the highlights and I watch a girl fight and I say, oh, okay, I know what I need to do with her. It doesn't take me long to watch it, but I do other research. You know, I go and watch interviews of her just talking. I go and look at news articles. I learn about her life. What was her childhood like? You know, what she been through in life. Like I go and do like deep, like
you study deeper than
research.
just fighting. What does that do for you in the ring? Like how does that?
The trash talk. You know, you gotta get in their head. You know, some of these girls, you want to piss them off. They be having a good game plan, but once you piss them off, the game plan go out the window. Like they just want to kill you. And I think that's what I did with Savannah Marshall. Like I went and did my research on her, and then I start trash talking to her. And then when we got face to face, and whenever I seen her, I just used to say stuff to her, and I know that what I would say will play over and over again in her head. And then when we fought, her coach and her game plan was to stand in the center of the ring and fight me, which was like, that's dumb. You 6'2". I'm 5'9". You should have been on your jab, at least to give you a better chance at winning. But she came out there trying to, you know, fight like she can knock me out, and almost got her ass knocked out.
Damn.
I wanted to go back a little bit. Last time you came here, you were promoting your movie.
Yes.
And none of us got a chance to see the movie because the movie didn't come out yet. And I seen the movie. And I wanted to talk about that, your childhood growing up a little bit, because we didn't discuss it last time because we didn't see the movie. So after being a champion for that young, for that long, nobody gave you endorsement deals. Nobody put you on the cover of those cereal companies. There was no money coming in. I'm sitting there like, this is crazy because you were a champ. And how did that happen? And how did you not hate the sport of boxing and say F this? Because you weren't even like the fact that you're winning and you still have to go back to Michigan and still have to go back to some of the places that you were is crazy. Especially when you see a lot of white girls getting all that money.
Yeah, well, honestly, I feel like back then, me being 17 years old, me being from Flint, Michigan, me being just, I was rough around the edges. You know, I'm more put together now. And I can say that back then I didn't understand what the branding part of it was. You know, how they want you to talk. You seen in the movie, you know, how they want you to wear your hair, how they want you to dress, or how you supposed to dress. Like, what's the ideal American golden girl? And for me, it was all about the accolades. It was like, yeah, you can have the makeup and the hair and look good, but if you can do all that and then you don't win the fights, then who cares? To me, winning has always been the number one thing to do. And I think that that had a part to play in it. And then also women's boxing being fairly new. There is no way possible to make women's boxing look good. Now, I know I make it look good now, but that's when I'm outside the ring. Inside the ring, you get what you get. You know, I come there, I have my hair braided. I come there in my wig to the actual fight. I have my dress on, I have my wig on, I have my makeup on. I go in the back room. Once we get to the back after the grand arrival, I'm wiping all the makeup off. I mean, wiping the edge control off because the edge control is sweating and getting your eyes. And then I'll be taking the knee like Gervonta.
You know what I'm saying?
And I'm not doing
they
that.
trying to say that don't work, though. That's not how it works.
Well, Gervonta, he didn't have edge control. He said it was grease.
Grease.
Edge control burn. I know from experience. You don't wear edge control to the gym to
So
spar.
that does happen.
Edge control. Now, I don't know about no grease now. But edge control, yes. It starts sweating in your eye. It burned like hell. So when I go in the back, I take everything off, to the lashes, to everything, the edge control, and then I get in the ring and I fight. But after the fight is over with, after I done went 10 rounds, sometime less, I be kind of bruised up sometime and sore. I still go and put my wig back on.
That's crazy.
I have my girls do my makeup. I put my clothes on, put my bodysuit on, put my heels on, and we go out and we party. And that is like the balance you have to find, but it's not an easy balance to have. Like a lot of times I be wanting to go home, you know, and I be wanting to lay down, and I got to ice my face and my body after fighting for days. And then I can come back outside and look refreshed, but it's not always that simple. So I think it was hard to make. Back then, I didn't care about making boxing be pretty. It was like, look, this is what you get. You want a female boxer, this is what you get. You get muscles, you get grit, you get a hard punch, and you get me talking shit to these girls and telling them how bad I'm gonna beat them, and like that's what you get. But now I can manage it better because I think I'm better experienced now.
Gotcha.
You know, I watched the fight inside, and I thought to myself, you know, because it shows so much of your personal life. What version of Claressa Shields do you think would have emerged without boxing?
I'd be in jail.
Damn.
That's flat out period. And I would say I would be in jail or dead because boxing helped me with my anger, you know, and I'm 30 years old and I still deal with my anger now. But back then I was way meaner. I didn't have an understanding of why I had to go through things that I went through, why my upbringing was so tough. And I was angry about that. Boxing helped me relieve some of that anger. It helped me direct it towards something more positive. So I know without boxing, I would have been street fighting girls. They used to call me Bishop in my hood because they wanted me to sell drugs. Because I was the one I could go tell you, hey, he said give him this, and then run it back. But it was just like for me, I was like I didn't want that type of lifestyle. You know what I'm saying? But I know without boxing, that would have happened. Some people like say, oh, you would have been pregnant, but I didn't even like my first boy till I was 15 years old. I didn't mean to say first boy because I didn't think it's a girl, but I didn't like anything till I was 15. I liked boxing, and then when I was 15, I realized that a boy was cute to me, and that's when I'm like, okay, so I guess I'm not gay. Cool.
You thought she was gay at first? Because
I just didn't like nothing.
Right.
I thought I was weird. I didn't think I was gay. I thought I was weird.
But that's normal though. 15, that's where your mind
young.
should be at. You shouldn't be thinking about no boys or no girls at 15. But
Yeah.
Shoot, all my friends have boyfriends since 11 and 10 years old.
You just over here beating bitches up.
Training, running to the gym, drinking water, eating healthy, giving myself a 10 p.m. curfew to be in bed, 6 a.m. get up and go run to school. That was my life.
What happened to you, the coach and trainer? Do y'all still speak?
Yeah, me and Jason still speak.
Y'all still speak?
You know, it was just, we too much alike. You know, he taught me to be very strong and confident and don't take disrespect. And I guess all those rules apply except to him. And I think that was the problem.
Right,
you know,
right.
he always told me when somebody disrespect you, you check them right then and there. You don't wait till y'all go in somewhere quiet or he like somebody disrespect you, you let them know like right then and there, like, hey, I don't like that. That wasn't cool. That was disrespectful. And you try to let them know like, hey, it's consequences for being disrespectful. You know, it's consequences.
Break down what happened exactly with Tasiki. because I see, and Tasiki is from Baddies, for those who don't know, but that's Krishan's sister. But it's so many different rumors around it. People say you started it, and they say she started. I want to know what even happened, because you're not on Baddies. You don't be over there with Zeus.
There you go.
So like, how did that even start?
Her fans.
Mm.
This is the thing. I fight professionally. Who's more known for fighting, me or Tasiki? Let's be honest.
Professionally, you, for sure.
Fighting, period. I'm more known. I went to the Olympics twice.
Okay.
I'm known by millions for fighting.
But I'm saying you are a professional fighter, like you said
Exactly.
first. That
So-
you're more known professionally for
So
fighting.
now that she's beating up girls on Baddies, her fans came to me. Oh, we think Tasiki can do this and do that. All I did was respond and let them know. I like that Tasiki is beating these girls up. It's good for TV, but she can't beat me up. And that's where I think her problem came from. But all in all, I don't give a damn about Tasiki or nobody who think that she can do anything with me. She said that she needs to stop popping pills and all this other shit to get ready to fight me, and she got to train exactly how I train.
She behind the 8 ball if she got to do all that.
she's already lost in the sauce when it comes to even a fight with me, and that's inside the ring and outside the ring, because one, you never tell nobody your weaknesses. You never tell them all the stuff that you're doing that you're not supposed to be doing. That's one. Two, I'm never going to give you my entire regimen of training of what I do. Why? Why would I do that?
Mm-hmm.
Get up and go run 6 miles. She'll die. She can't do it. So the conversation doesn't make sense. I think right now I'm at a spot in my life where everything is about clout.
Mm-hmm.
And right now I'm just natural clout. Anytime I talk, everybody like, oh, Claressa said this, Claressa said that, Shade Room, Hollywood Unlocked, TMZ. I really can't do anything without people taking bits and parts of it and just.
So it was the fans.
It was the fans that made that. And then I also, like I said, I responded to it. And actually, I actually called out Ivory to a fight. To me, Ivory.
Oh, Ivy, she just joined Baddies.
Ivory is way more rougher than Tasiki.
Yeah.
She's actually from like a rough part of wherever she's from. And I've seen that girl fight on Now That's TV.
Me too. Yeah.
And she was more keen. She responded to having a boxing match against me. It wasn't a street fight with Ivory. She responded to her wanting to get in the ring and box against me. And I was like, okay.
Yeah.
Well, let's make it happen. But, it's the internet. So I made that $100,000 challenge to, hey, if a girl can whip me, I will give you $100,000. If you can beat me in a fight, you deserve $100,000. You do.
I want to see it. I'm not wishing that on you, Claressa, but I just want to see it because I feel like at some point you're going to have to show one of these girls stop playing with you.
Did you miss it when I beat the troll up at the gym?
I remember that.
Well, that was the first example. These girls know, do not come to the gym fuck with me no more. I will glove up with you.
Yeah.
I'm not that bougie where they be like, oh, I'm just too celebrity. Oh, no.
Right.
Nah. If you want your ass up, I whoop your ass.
But that's my point. When I hear people just randomly talking to professional athletes online, like they can just beat them so easily. Yeah. I just want to. I need to see. I'm serious because I think we need to see the difference between a Claressa Shields and just you
that fighting
on Zeus.
Right.
Yeah.
So what do you mean? You want to see me in a street fight?
Nah, I want you to get some money for it, but I just want to.
No, I'm saying you want to see me fight without gloves.
Yeah, because y'all wouldn't.
He must hate
this is her job.
Either way, you win,
right? Or you win.
No, this is her job. Like, what are you talking about?
I would say with boxing, listen. First of all, the boxing gloves protect the fighters. It's the padding. I would never do bare knuckle boxing. I barely wanted to do MMA, which is 4-ounce gloves, but. Charlamagne, I fight these girls with no gloves on. You must hate them. Wow, I can't believe you said that. Yeah. I'm sorry he said that, y'all. I'm apologize for him.
But didn't they tried to get you on Baddies, right?
Natalie wanted me to come.
Natalie wanted you to come.
To stay in the house and everything. And I told her, listen, I was all for it because I feel like it's cross-branding.
Yeah.
It's cross-branding. And I will more go on there on some, I like positive stuff. I like.
Really?
Yeah, I like positive stuff. Okay. Like boxing is positive to me.
Okay.
But I would go on there more of I think the girls on Baddies, it's a lot of women on there who got some trauma and need some healing, and training and boxing helped me. I want to go on there these girls want to fight all the time. I don't understand if they fighting the whole time, who's getting to a bag?
Yeah.
That'd be my question for them. Like, who's actually getting to some money on there if all they doing is fighting? They can't go to the club. They can't go to dinner. They can't go to events because it's a fight that break out every time. Yep. So for me, I was like, look, I will go on there and I want to be that eye opener of like, look, let's train, let's work out, let's relieve some stress, and maybe everything can go more smoothly. But then of course, if it can't, glove up and put on headgear and some mouthpieces because girls getting their teeth knocked out, they getting eyes busted up
for nothing.
I don't know how much they make.
No, I'm not even talking about like what they getting paid, but I'm just saying like it's nothing. It's just a bunch of arguments and fighting. It's no objective, no true objective.
Yeah, you don't know who's right, who's wrong. I don't know, but like I said, I told Natalie that I will come on her show, but she got to have everybody sign a form that if I don't want them girls trying to be so intimidated that they team up and try to jump me. Now I got to whoop 4 hoes in one day. And
then lawsuits come after that.
No, we gotta have them sign that. Listen, I'm not responsible for no damages, for no teeth, no eyes, none of that. Because I feel like those girls on Baddies are daredevils. And hell, what I look like getting jumped by Tasiki and Ivory. Shit, I gotta fight for my life. It's 2 of them.
Yeah.
I gotta fight real hard. And it's like, I'm not losing.
Yeah.
Especially if we on TV and they gonna post the clips. I got to show y'all what I can really do.
So did they sign it? Oh my bad.
No, she said that she couldn't get it done. She said, she talked to Zeus, and since it's reality TV, she can't have them sign it. I said, well, I can't come. And we didn't even talk about money or anything because once we didn't get past that, I just said, okay, cool.
And people be so scared to take an ass whipping, they might come at you with weapons and all types of shit.
Yeah. I got people talking about. Listen, people done said that they're gonna shoot me, stab me, all types of stuff.
I wanted to ask about, the last fight. They said at first they said there was some substance in your urine, and then they came back and said that wasn't true. What happened with that instance?
Man, people is crazy. I don't know, man. Like it's just crazy work. I will tell you that I've never experienced something like that in my life. I don't smoke marijuana. I don't eat marijuana. I'm not even around people that smoke. So I was thinking that it was the arena, because I know that in the arena was smoky as ever, whether that was with cigarette smoke, weed smoke, whatever.
Because it's legal in Michigan.
It's very legal. Yeah. You can just go to the store and buy it. So when I found out that it was in my system, first thing I did, because I was here in New Jersey. I was here in New York, and I was with Pap. When I got the news, I said, these motherfuckers is crazy. I went straight to LabCorp and I took a urine test, and that goes back to 30 days. And it said I didn't have any marijuana in my system at all. So how this came out that I did have it in there from a swab test, which isn't really that accurate, versus a urine test, I think that's how I beat my case. And like I said, I had to go and sit in front of them and go to trial and all this bull crap, but I think something was wrong with their test. I don't know what was wrong with their test, but everything got resolved. I got unsuspended, and now we back fighting July 26th at Little Caesars in Detroit.
You said earlier that people do you the clout now, right? And I saw Chris Cyborg just tweet out. He said,
"Who is that?"
A UFC fighter.
Oh, okay.
He said only 5 boxing fights, but already got more KOs than Claressa Shields.
Oh, okay.
That was so random. I'm like, what?
Yeah. I don't know why she. First of all, I kicked Chris Cyborg ass very bad when we sparred a few years back, and I know now if I was the fighter, I'd knock her out. So I don't know. And then she just fought a girl that was 4 wins, 3 losses, and had been knocked out twice already. So if you want to be technical, since I have to, if you go to BoxRec, I've never fought against a fighter who had more than 4 or 5 losses. Most of the people I fought against is undefeated champions. So when Chris Cyborg can do that, she can talk about how many knockouts she's getting, but till then, she can go keep injecting that shit in her face, trying to make her face look softer, because she looked like a damn clown every time I see her.
Damn.
I just can't, and then Chris is the op. She wanted to learn so much. Oh, I'm your friend. I want you to train MMA. And then when I turned MMA to start fighting MMA, she wouldn't even come and train with me.
Wow.
But she was like, oh, when you train MMA, I'm going to teach you this and teach you that. She wouldn't even come train with me because I beat her up when we sparred. So she's an op. And She should have took that money that them dudes had for us to fight over there in Saudi when they offered me $3 million and offered her $1 million. She should have took the money.
Do you like fighting in Mexico?
She turned that down?
She's a punk. Talking about, I want to fight at 147, and you're bigger than me. Why do we got to fight at 154? I'm like, sis, let's get some money.
Mm-hmm.
What's the problem?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, no, I want to fight at 147. Well, I've never made 147, so I'm not going to 47.
Mm-hmm. You enjoy fighting in Michigan, or do you like Vegas?
Well, my dream was to fight at T-Mobile Arena in Vegas. That's like my ultimate dream, main event. I fought there before my pro debut. But I love fighting in Michigan, though. You know, but listen, you gotta come to the fight to actually experience it. Some of these boxing matches y'all been going to, they've been kind of lackluster and boring. But you don't get that up at my fight. You get a good walkout. You get a nice crowd. The crowd chants, whoop that trick in between the rounds. And yeah, you know, you get action-packed fight with me in there. So it's a whole different experience.
What's something about the way women's boxing is promoted that makes you cringe, but you haven't publicly called it out yet?
For me, how they act like putting women on men's undercards doesn't help the women. They keep trying to say, oh, it's not beneficial. But that's how they build their men champions up to where they can become main event fighters. Mm-hmm. So when I was saying, hey, I want to fight the undercard of Deontay Wilder, Terrence Crawford, Earl Spence, Pacquiao, guys of that nature, I was always being told, oh, that's not going to help you grow. That's not going to help your brand. That's not going to. It was like, yes, it is. Yes, it is. If 20 million people is tuning in to see Anthony Joshua fight, I'm the co-main event. At least 10 of them going to be there, or 15, waiting to get to the, so they can see me fight and they can become fans of me. Mm-hmm. But they act like that's false information when I know that it's true, because I've seen them do it with the men who I fight better than. That now that these men are getting main event cards, and I'm like, that's funny. He fighting pay-per-view, and I know damn well he gonna fight better than me.
Seemed like a no-brainer.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Seemed like
what was that fight? The Taylor Serrano fight? Who was that? That was on the undercard of
Mike Tyson, Jake Paul?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was the best fight on the card that night.
Yeah, I agree.
Your name be in a lot of conversations,
stuff.
You know, not only even for boxing though, but your personal life as well, right? Mm-hmm. And do you feel like because your personal life, you know, like your love life and everything, like even online, that gets like more publicity than like things like your movie or your fights? Do you feel like that helps or hurts your career in any type of way? Or
I feel like everything helps. You know what I'm saying? Women's boxing is a very hard market for people to find out about you. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Like, I've been the best fighter in the world since I was 17 years old. I'm 30 now. That's 13 years of dominance, of not losing. I got 17 world titles, 5 different divisions, 4-time undisputed champion. Like, I've accomplished everything you can accomplish in boxing. Mm-hmm. So, therefore, all this stuff that my name being is like, you know what? It's beneficial. I just have to make sure it's going the direction that I want it to go. I want to be Beyonce, okay? Yeah. I want to be like Serena Williams. I don't want to be like, I don't even want to get no bad examples. I'm just saying it's a bunch. But I want to be like on that caliber of Muhammad Ali. So doing that, I can't entertain everything, you know, even though it may give me more followers, but it's not something that's going toward where I'm trying to go to in my career and in my life, because I'm trying to go to the 50 and 20 and $100 million. Mm-hmm. And some stuff that I may entertain could stop that. Yeah. So I don't, my name be everywhere. Every day every day is somebody else making a damn podcast. It's somebody else making a video. It's somebody else putting pictures. They got old pictures of me, new pictures of me, and pictures of me and Pap. It just, every day is something. And it just takes a lot of mind power to just like, you know what?
Welcome to our world.
I know, right?
Let me just, you know,
because like, yeah, right before your movie came out. Yeah, right before it came out, which, you know, could have helped sales or whatever it did. But your relationship was revealed in a very messy way. What was going through your mind when that happened? That was early in the morning. Everything just, you know.
You funny.
It was early.
I can say that. I was shocked for one.
Yeah.
And I was upset because me and my publicist had been talking about, hey, we're getting ready to have the movie come out on Christmas Day. Let's not have nothing happen. So I had been ignoring so many things.
Okay.
And then this came and it was like, oh, what the hell? And I remember being like, I was frustrated, but I also too was like, keep your cool.
Mm-hmm.
Because once again, the direction we're trying to go is not that direction.
Mm-hmm.
One, I don't get paid off for drama. A lot of people say that they know me because of that situation or because of Pap. And it was like I had 1.1 million followers before that ever happened.
Mm-hmm.
Now I'm at 1.31, 1.4. And it was like, but I also had a movie come out. I had a fight. I'm constantly going viral for anything.
Netflix documentary.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You been out there?
I've done TV shows, like I rap. So with that, I just like, you know what? It's just, I think that the devil was trying to get in the way. You know, he wanted to see me crash out.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why I handled it how I handled it. I promoted my movie.
Mm-hmm.
I promoted my fight. And I just continue moving because I have nothing to argue about. Like, me and Pap are together. We are happy together. He packed my belts this morning for me to bring my stuff here.
Mm-hmm.
We just got back from LA. We're together all the time. He rapped me out. We train together. Like, we're together. So I don't really have to argue about anybody about where my spot is with him.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's like, that's not my place. Now, there are things that got to get handled, but it's not even my stuff to handle.
Yeah.
It's his.
How did y'all meet?
We met at Shakur fight, July
Wow.
6th last year.
I met at a fight. Wow. Okay.
Yeah, that's what I said.
How did you know he was the one? How did you? I'm sure dudes kick it to you all the time. How did you know like he was the one?
He's a smooth cat, man. See, the thing is, like I told you, I didn't really like boys till I was 15.
Mm.
So now I've had a few boyfriends here and there. And I just remember, like, Pap, he walked up to me and he shook my hand, which I was like, what the fuck, shake hands? But all
Who
right.
shakes hands?
That was kind of my mind, like, what the hell? And then he just mentioned, like, oh, I watched you fight in the Olympics. I'm a fan. I've been a fan. You know, and I was like, well, I fight in 2 weeks in Detroit. You know, if you're free, you should come out. And he like, I'm coming. And I always get that from celebrities, though. They always say, oh, we gonna come. And then fight night come, and then they don't come.
Mm.
So I didn't think he was coming. I'm like, all right, cool. I'm like, we took a picture, which I'm gonna get to that in a minute. But we took a picture, and I posted it on my page, but it was my second picture because I think G Herbo was the first picture. And then when I posted it, I DM'd him the picture, and I'm like, if you want to come to the fight, here's my publicist number. I make sure you got VIP where you can come to the back and, you know, say hello, whatever. Mm-hmm. And he was like, all right. So he hit her immediately, and we're all in a group text. And then the day of the fight, he texted her and said, hey, I'm here. And then she brought him to the back. And I was like, oh, shit, he came to the fight. That's what's up. But I could tell, like, you said, how did I know he was the one? So strange. So I came here to the Breakfast Club last year, and he kept saying he wants to go out to eat. When I come to New York, he wants to take me out to eat. And I was just like, why? What do you want to go out to eat for? Like, what's up? And we had been texting back and forth and stuff like that. But he's not hard to read, but he's very, like, private throughout the text. Mm-hmm. And so he like, I just want to talk to you in person. So when we talked in person, that's when I was like, dang, I kind of like this dude. And he just was, like, so kind, so nice. And I think we had a conversation before, like, do you like bad boys or good boys? I like a good guy. Don't be all that nonchalant, stuck up, you the prize. Get the hell away from me, please.
Knock a nigga out, act like that, don't you?
You messy. People think I hate my men. I don't.
Okay.
I don't.
Have you, though?
Come on now.
You said there's some things he needs to handle? What do you mean by that?
Say it again.
You said earlier there's some things Pap need to handle?
Oh, I mean, yeah, it's the elephant in the room. I don't have to say it.
I don't know.
In his personal life.
Oh,
yeah, it's the elephant in the
okay.
room. Like,
Yeah.
but that takes time. And like I said, that's
Yeah.
not my place to speak on. You know what I'm saying? Like, it'll get handled. I just know that from my perspective, I'm with him every day, and when I'm not with him, we're on the phone every day, and we're talking and we're FaceTiming, and you know, we love each other. So that's just kind of what it is. You know what I'm saying? But hey, it's a situation, and it is what it is.
I'm assuming you mean like you want to wait till the divorce is like official. Does that hold you? Does that keep you from like giving your all?
No. No, because we're together all the time.
So the all is already given, is what she's saying.
Yeah, that's it. We already talk. We talk about so many different things, and I'm 30, so we talk about kids and family and stuff like that. But like, that still has to get taken care of. But like, you know, once again, it's not for me. You understand what I'm saying? Like, I'm not married. You know, so yeah, that'll get handled. But still, at the same time, I've been like, I'm such a secure woman when it like comes to him, because he's proven it to me. Like I was when somebody is just truthful with you from the beginning, there is no secrets. There is just, hey, this is what it is, and do you accept or do you not accept? That's kind of what it was. And he's been truthful from the beginning, and we fell asleep on the phone for 3-4 months of us first getting together. So for us to fall asleep on a regular night and then to wake up to chaos in the morning was like, oh shit.
I would say that's how we found out, because y'all was on the damn phone.
But that had been going on for 3-4 months. And that wasn't just at night. We talked from sun up to sundown. Yeah. So that, like I said, that's what shocked me, because I was like, oh hell, what the heck? Because if we go to sleep on the phone for 4 months every night, and the phone is saying it's 4 hours, 3 hours, whatever hours on the phone, you don't think that one day you're gonna wake up to that, you know? So that's what threw me off. But hey, at the end of the day, look, women are women. I don't know what else to say. Like I don't have any ill will toward any women, and I don't have any ill will toward her. You know. So
y'all haven't spoke or nah?
Nah, I mean, she made her post and whatever, and that was about it. But like I said, women are women. They're very emotional creatures. You know what I'm saying? And I think that was just, I don't know what it was. I don't know if it was emotions or I don't know what it was, because I don't know her and she don't know me. Yeah. She don't know me either. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I don't know what that was, but like I said, it wasn't for me. That's why I just responded how I responded. We're gonna promote the movie. We're gonna promote the fight. Once again, I fight July 26th. Main event at Little Caesars Arena. Tickets on Ticketmaster. 19,000 people need to be there. Last fight I did 12,000. Let's go for 19 this one.
You know, as a woman who dominates a brutal sport, Claressa, do you ever feel like you got to protect your softness?
Yeah, everybody don't get that. Everybody don't get that. You know, in the past year, I say year and a half, I had to change my whole life around. I was living in Flint, Michigan. I had me a nice house there. I was engaged. You know, I was just very, very close to everybody in my family. But once I knocked out Joe Nace at that heavyweight, and people thought I was gonna lose that fight, and I knocked her out in the second round, I thought people change when you lose. People change when you win, and they thought you was gonna lose, and they start acting crazy. All this entitlement. People got issues with me. I did this. I did that. I'm like, I haven't done nothing but train, work hard, and be accomplished. And, oh, I'm looking down on them. I think I'm better than them because I buy myself nice things. And I don't buy them nice things. And it just got outrageous, you know. And then these girls, and it was, anyways, it was just people start paying more attention to me because I started loving myself better. Yeah. So loving myself better, it means you have to disconnect from things that don't love you. And I had to move all the way to Atlanta. I have another house now, a 7-bedroom house now. And I just had to move there. And I spent so much time learning to be okay with being by myself. Right. And this was coming out of a relationship. And I didn't just jump into a relationship with Pap. I gave myself a month or two, but it was still just a little bit time. You know how us young folks is. A little bit. Can't be lonely for too long now. I got you. I'm fine for that. But yeah, it just more for me. Like I had to, like, really seclude myself, and when I did that, I learned to be all right with just hanging out with me. You know what I'm saying? Hanging out with me and my dog, because I have a dog.
The sad thing about it is watching a movie. That's how you were at like 15, 16. The same thing. You started winning, and then everybody started coming and started feeling entitled. And it's weird that you still had to deal with that now. It just never changed. You
more
never
money,
had a chance
more
to go.
problems. And that's real. More money, more problems. They hear about you making millions of dollars. They see you ran a $100,000 chain. You got a Rolex. You got diamonds on diamonds. They like, where my shit at? And I'd be like, well, you go get hit in the face, and then I bet you get something. You may not get $1 million, but you're gonna get some. You're gonna get some money if you're gonna run some miles and you're gonna eat healthy and you sacrifice what you have to sacrifice. 100%, you will make some type of money.
Do you think you feel that way? Because you've always, I'm just going off the movie. In the movie, there was a scene where you was with your little brother and your little sister, and you was like, I'm going to get us out the hood, basically.
Yeah.
I'm going to get us out of here. So
I'ma
you
get
think
us
that
outta
they've
here, yeah.
always looked to you to be that person?
Yes and no, because I've done things for my family that I nobody else in this room would probably do for their family. I've bought cars. I've paid rent. And not just rent for a month or two, but like for a whole year and a half. My sister, little 3 kids are my kids. School clothes, hairdos, haircuts, shoes. That's me. My younger brother, my mom. I bought my mom 2 cars so far. My little brother, I just bought him a car. And I don't say this to brag, but it's like I do things for my family to help them have a better life. And it comes to a point where it's like, listen, you're grown too. I don't have to take care of you. Right. You're grown too. Like, what are you gonna do to help change your life? Because I'm not God. I'm not God, and nobody came down and gave me a car and gave me money. I had to work for everything that I have, so I can't just give it and give it away because you guys feel like, oh, you're our big sister or you're our family member. Like, this is what you're supposed to do. It's like, no, I can help position you. But then after that, you have to work. You have to figure it out because I got to figure it out.
They got to have that mindset, though. You know what I mean? Like, if they don't have that mindset like you grind, you push yourself, you built your own self, you know what I mean? Then all they going to keep doing, like you said, you just paid somebody rent a year and a half straight. At not one point did they ever say, all right, yo, make me, like, put me on so I can pay my own rent. They just sat there and just let you pay the rent for a year and a half.
Yeah, but I also told them too, save up your money. I'm supposed to do it for 6 months.
Oh, while I'm paying your rent.
Save up your money. Because once I'm done paying your rent, you should be able to go pay your own rent, and you should have a job by then too. You should be able to buy your car. Something should be able to happen after saving up your money for a year and a half. And that's one thing. People talk about people getting money. Money management is a lost art in the Black community. It's a lost art. All these basketball players, football players, after they're not in the league for 3 years, they broke. And that's sad, but that's because money management is not something that's taught. And people don't want to learn. When you're getting hundreds of thousands here, hundreds of thousands there, you can go buy whatever you want from Gucci, Louis, Versace. You can just go buy it. You're not even paying attention to how much money you're spending. And then you think that after your career is done, you can still spend that way. And then you realize, like, oh, bank card declined. You know what I'm saying? So I learned about money management during COVID. I had 10 people staying in my house. 10.
Damn.
I was ordering DoorDash every day. Wow. Cases of water, food. And I think from the year of COVID, I spent $75,000 within a few months. I looked at my bank account and I said, what? How that happened? I thought somebody was stealing from me. I went down and looked at my bank account. I went to the bank and wasn't nobody stealing. You just spend money because you know that you have it. But it was like, that's too much for me to be spending $75,000 in 3 months.
It adds up.
Yeah, some gotta shake. So for me, that's where I learned, like, okay, let's stop ordering so much online. We can't eat DoorDash every day. Let's order some groceries. Like, you got to figure out the give and the take, because I don't do any cigarettes or alcohol or drugs, so that wasn't the problem. The problem was, for me, I'm ordering out, taking care of everybody. I'm paying for gas. I'm paying for cars. I'm doing everything. It's like, yo, you gonna be broke like them people you be talking about, girl. Keep it up.
Now, I did see in an interview that you said after this year, you're gonna close shop down and you want to start your family.
That's what I was ready to ask.
I see the interview. You said you want to start your family. You're about to shut this boxing down for a little bit. You still on that wave?
Yeah. Yeah, I want to have 2 more fights this year, and then I'll shut it down for a minute.
The reason why I knew who you were before you got into a relationship with Pat, but this is the first time that I've seen you and you're a soft girl, as soft as I feel like you ever gonna get, unless you have a daughter. But I feel like, I've never seen you blush before until your relationship. I've never seen you, not that you always like hard, yeah, you always hard up, but before your relationship, now you're more like soft girl. And you said you had a 7-bedroom house. You plan to fill that up with the kids.
Well,
That's what 6 kids you would
It's
have.
the same question, but it's just better formed. So you trying to fill up that 7-bedroom house?
No, so just to rewind, I think with the childhood that I had, I have to slowly grow into the soft girl area. It's not something that just come overnight. You don't just turn 25, my old, now you're soft, and 30, now you're soft. It's like I had to do a whole lot of healing and growing, and I feel like I've been a soft girl for 3 years. People keep saying it just started with Pap, and it was like, no, I'm softer now because of the man that he is. You understand? But I've always been soft, and anybody that knows me knows that I'm very sensitive. That's why I don't let everybody talk to me and be around me, because you said the wrong thing. I've been freaked out, and everybody be like, "What's wrong with her?" And I'm just crying and I'm cussing everybody out, and I want to fight people because I know that I'm sensitive. I know that. So with me knowing that, I just kind of steer clear of drama and stuff like that. So with that, now that I'm in my softer girl era, and I'm in a heel girl era too, I feel like I'm capable to have a child now. Yeah. And I always wanted my own family. I want to have 6 kids, honestly. But I will settle with 4.
The 7-bedroom house. That's why you got the 6-bedroom for the 6 kids, and then the other bedroom for you, your man, and the dog.
The dog is crazy. But yeah, I mean, I don't want to.
So you want 6?
Yeah, in total over the years. You know what I'm saying? But I do want to start next year. But tell God your plans, and he'll laugh at you. So
that's right.
I just know like that's what I want. But who knows if it'll happen? It may be 31 or 32. You never know. But I know that I will be having some kids soon.
Was there ever a moment, because of your upbringing, because of the trauma you experienced, where even winning feels lonelier than losing might feel?
Nah, nothing feels better than winning. Losing sucks. Losing sucks. I don't know what type of winning you. When I win, I feel like, to me, winning a boxing match is just as great as having a great sex session. You know what I'm saying? Like it's the highest thing for me. And people think it's weird when I say that, but it's like I've never been high off of drugs. The highest high I've ever been or happy is either winning a boxing match or sex. That's it. I mean, or let me think of something that make me happy. Eating good food. Yeah, sex is up there. Yeah.
So regardless of what's going on in your life, if you win a match, you good.
It makes me feel really, really good. And I don't let the people put the pressures on me of getting knockouts.
Yeah.
I know that I'm an entertaining fighter. You're going to get a nice fight, and you're going to be happy that you came, but you're not going to pressure me to be upset over a win because I didn't get the knockout. Like, I think I worked too hard to let the casuals and the fans say, "Oh, you didn't get knocked out, so you're not good." It's like, but I beat the shit out of her though. So to me, winning is what matters, because losing, if I was to lose, oh man, you think I'm viral now?
Yeah.
Lord have mercy.
I don't know if this is a dumb question or not, but look, right? So when guys box, like, I hear that they can't have sex like before the fight because it messes up like their, I guess, adrenaline need to be pumped up or whatever. But is it the same with women? Like, could you like have sex the night before you fight? Does it mess with you, or does it take away from your energy? You're not as amped up? Nah.
Well, one, I can't speak for the other female champions, but being pound for pound #1 woman fighter, I don't have sex 4 to 6 weeks before a fight. I don't, and any man I've been with know that.
Gotcha.
Like, we can hug, we can kiss, but when it comes to like the actual
penetration part,
nah. And even it's not even about. It's not about. You said the word penetration, crazy. It's not about. It's not about that. It's about coming. orgasms,
Yeah.
right? Can't do that. So there's no type of form of sex for me, you know, and I feel like that gives me what I need for the fight, because I'm Claressa, but then when I fight, I'm Clarenzo. And Clarenzo don't want no D.
Has Clarenzo ever showed up in the bedroom?
Excuse me?
Scared the shit out of a nigga?
What's wrong with you, man?
Yo, this
Here goes Clarenzo. What?
Not the green lady. No.
What's a moment in your adulthood where your healing surprised you, Claressa? Where something that used to trigger you, you was like, oh, that don't bother me no more.
Shit.
You didn't get there yet?
You know, I think I've had this conversation with God a couple times. Like, I'm never gonna be the person that you slap me and I turn the other cheek and you slap me again.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I don't think I'll ever get there. But do I want to get there? Sure, but I don't want people thinking it's okay to slap me. You know, what's something that happened to me and I said, you know what, girl, you did a good job. But not. To me, it's been always defending myself, sticking up for myself, speaking the truth. And I think that I think when the movie came out, I was tested the most, constantly, until now, still. You know, I pat myself on the back all the time. I say, yeah, you may have responded to this, but you didn't respond to that.
Got you.
You know, you cut your phone off when you seen this, but because it's some people who are not even qualified to speak on me. Like, up in no type of shape or form. Like, you've never been number one in the world at what you do. Why are you talking to me?
That's real.
Why are you talking about me? You've never made $1 million. You work for somebody. I don't. I call the shots in my career. House, cars, family, please. And then people feel like they can speak on me. And then even some of these trolls or whatever. And trolls also be like these celebrities, and I go and look, and I think it'd be the audacity. They'd be like, where'd you get that from? For you to even think you can come tell me about what I'm wearing, how I dress, how I wear my hair, why I'm wearing braids when I box and I ain't wearing a lace front. You're not even qualified to be talking to me. Go be number one in whatever your life is first. And then when you get up there to that Michael Jordan, Serena Williams, Beyonce, Claressa Shields era, then you come talk to me. That'd be my issue, wanting to check people and let them know. Focus on your life, because focusing on my life, you don't get no money from me. I'm not ever gonna pay you for minding my business. Go mind your business, and you'll get to where you want to get to. So that'd be the thing for me. Like, that's what I pat myself on the back, because I may respond to stuff here, but it's been some things that have happened, and I've been like, this hoe ain't qualified, bro. She not qualified to play with me like that. And that'd be and I think that's where I'm healing from, because it's like, not only can I talk trash and I can get back at you with whatever you're saying, I can also beat your ass too. And that be for me, like, some of these people need to get their ass whooped, I'm telling you. Ooh, Lord have mercy. No cap.
Laney Daniels is up next.
Yeah, and you know, I've done my research. She got a nice past on her. You know, she done been through some things. She lost a sibling due to, I think, leukemia. She's tough. She's bringing her whole country of New Zealand with her to Detroit. She thinks she can't be beat now. She lost early in her career, but I think she feel like now she can be beat, and that she's my toughest challenge. So I look forward to fighting her July 26th.
That's right, July 26th, Little Caesars Arena in Michigan.
Hold on, I got one more question.
Yeah, shoot.
How much motivation did ESPN leaving you off the trailblazing athletes list? How much did that motivate you? Because you should have been on there.
Yeah, but you know what? Once again, like I said, I acknowledged it, and then I kept going on my day. Right? This is what I'm gonna say, and this is what I want the networks and people to understand. What I've learned. I've learned that they know that they do things that's wrong, especially to me, but they do it to get a reaction out of me because they want to get more views and clicks. Because what I'm gonna do? Respond. I'm going to acknowledge it. So when I acknowledged it, I realized that, one, nobody paid attention to them. They little trailblazer list anyway. That's for one. you would have got more clicks if you would have put me on there. Now that I actually brought it to everyone's attention, and then they went and looked and seen what it was, that got them more clicks and got them more likes. But it didn't motivate me at all because I got an SP.
Word.
You understand what I'm saying? Like, I am, everybody who they had as a trailblazer on that list, I've accomplished more than. So it didn't motivate me at all. It just showed me like another hater, somebody else who trying to downplay my greatness like it ain't great. But I know I'm the greatest, you know, and it's hard to deny it. You know, anybody say that they greater than me, ask them what their accomplishments are, look up their fights, look up their record. I mean, it's so much you gotta do. But I want to say to MVP, I'm the most victorious person. Fuck y'all. Period.
Well, there you have it. Claressa
Period.
Shields, July 26th,
Hey.
Michigan. 16-0 boxer, undisputed status in 3 weight divisions, and we appreciate you for joining us.
Yeah, thank y'all for having me.
That's right. It's Claressa Shields, The Breakfast Club. Good morning.
Wake that ass up.
Early in the morning.
The Breakfast Club.